Hello everyone, my name is SiC and welcome back to Factorio. This video will be a reintroduction to this game and to the save game actually that I've been playing. Because it's been a while since my last episode for this game. It was over a month at least, I think. And so that means that, well, I don't really know what the hell is going on anymore all that well. And I might have gotten a few new viewers that don't know what Factorio is or what the hell is just going on here. So this video will not be a regular playthrough, it will just be me exploring my old factory and explaining a little bit about Factorio again. So as you might notice, or might already figured out, we are in what is basically a factory. And we have a few oil storage tanks, a few refineries over here. And Factorio is basically a survival game, sort of, where it's not focused on food, it is focused on getting off this planet, because we are a spaceship crash survivor. We crashed on a hostile planet with a lot of aliens, which on the map are all of these red spots. All of these red spots are bases where aliens will spawn, and from there they will attack us. Right? And so we just crash landed here, and now we have to try to get back into space, and in order to do that we need to build a spaceship. But a spaceship is not so easily built, of course, and we need a lot of iron, we need coal, we need gas, like oil, and we need a lot of different things. And that takes forever to craft, and you cannot craft everything by hand. So for example, over here we have a belt line where iron ore comes in along with coal, and they are smelted down into iron plates, which you can see happening over here. And they will then be moved off into the boxes, and those boxes will be emptied out onto this transport belt. And for example, these two smelteries, they focus on getting ammunition. So that's what's being made here, is ammunition, which is then put onto another transport belt, which is then going all the way out in this direction towards my energy production plant, which is based on steam at the moment. So these are all my steam engines. They are powered by coal, of course, in these boilers, and of course they need water as well. So we have a few offshore pumps here to provide water to the boilers, which is then fed into, or like brought up to 100 degrees temperature, and which is then put into these boilers or the steam engines over here. And these things, they power everything inside my factory, including these lights, which are now going on because it is slowly going into night. And yeah, this is just one of the few things that's going on over here. For example, we have over here a research station, and all of these are labs, which basically power our research, which is going on up here. And all of these things, they require certain items, like for example, at the moment, they require red science packs and green science packs. And they are made, let's see what I want to research here, stack inserters, I suppose. And these are made up here, so we can follow back, or we can follow along this old transport belt. And you can see we are here at the production center where we make red science packs and we make green science packs. And they require several things. For example, the red science packs, it requires copper plates, which is a basic resource. Which you can see, like these on this transport belt right here, you have the copper ore. It's being brought up over here, and it's being smelted down into copper plates, same way as the iron plates over to the left are. But then you need iron gear wheels, and iron gear wheels are made in these little manufactories, or these assembling machines down here. So on this side, all of these iron plates are going down, and they're being transformed into copper, no, not copper, iron gear wheels. That's the thing I was looking for. And then the iron gear wheels, they go up here, and together they form red science packs. But some are being brought off over here as well. For example, this one splits off to the left, and then it's used to create more transport belts automatically. And then these transport belts, well, they go over here, and they're used for green science packs along with the, let's see, what are they called? Inserters. And inserters and transport belts together form green science. And these inserters, they come from down here, which take up iron gear wheels, iron plates, and electronic circuits. So these are still pretty basic resources. We don't have enough iron plates at the moment, as you can see. which is something we need to remedy. But yeah, you can see most of these things, they're being used up by the iron gear wheel production, and only a few ever make it through to this side, which is not good. But then of course we have the, let's see, what are they called, electronic circuits, and they're being made down here, and they are being made from iron plates and, let's see, what are they called, copper cables, and copper cables are being made up there. And as you can see, everything kind of flows into each other, and it is quite challenging to make sure that none of these things that you've set up interfere with each other in any way. So you need to set it up in such a way that everything has enough room to, you know, to have all of these transport belts going everywhere. You need to make sure that you have room for expansion and all of that stuff, and things get quite complex very quickly. We have a lot of iron plates that are not being used for anything at the moment, however, which you can see over here. Like all of these, they're not being done, or they're not being used for anything, they're just being stored in the iron chest. So at some point I can actually use this as well and direct it to wherever I need it. As you can see, we only have a few iron ore bits over here. Most of them are being used up before they even get there. And the iron ore, we can follow this, they come from down here in this iron ore field. And there's also a few bits of iron ore coming from up here, and this is another thing that I can show you. As you might already notice, the straight rails over here, we have some train tracks, and the train station that I've built is actually up here. And yeah, as you can see, we have some electric mining drills on stone, and stone is being fed over here to make walls. And yeah, let's see, oh yeah, here the train comes. And we can jump into the train as well, actually, but at the moment we have a few different things. For example, now we have a cargo wagon that is unloading all of its iron ore onto this belt, and we have some magazines that are being loaded up into the train. I'm just jumping in, and I'm going to drive along to wherever we were going. And then, oh yeah, there's another bit of iron mining drills over here, which are being fed over along this way, and here it's being smelted into iron plates. And those iron plates are actually being smelted over into steel. And the steel is up here being transformed into engines for use in other projects. But now we go up to another expansion up here. And I'm going to get out. And you can see this is where new iron ore is being brought in. It's loaded up into the cargo wagon. And all of the ammunition is being put on the belt. And so the belt with ammunition then goes up here, and it basically goes all around this outpost. Let's see, insert a capacity bonus. Yeah, we can research that, why not? And this just goes, oh, let's see if we can get in here, yeah. It just goes all the way around and back and forth in this endless loop. And we need this to protect ourselves against the biters. And the biters are, of course, the alien threat that we need to be prepared to deal with. So as you can see, we have some iron ore over here. We can actually use some more iron mining drills up here, which I should install later on. And then over here, in this part of the forest, we have another defensive line, where we have, well, you can see the biters over here actually, the alien life forms that we need to defend ourselves against, because our factory produces pollution, and they don't like that one bit at all. They don't like that at all. They attack us constantly in an attempt to destroy our factory, and every time we expand, our cloud of emissions becomes bigger and bigger, which you can actually see on the minimap. So for example, we are actually being attacked over here right now. A wall is being damaged by an alien attack, but we have turrets to deal with that threat. But yeah, you can see this little red hue, a red hue that is basically expanding over in other directions, and wherever this red hue intersects a enemy base, that is where we will actually get attacks from, basically. So all of these bases for now don't attack us because our cloud of pollution isn't reaching that far, but this base is being reached, this base is almost being reached, and this one is actually out of reach, so it's not attacking us at the moment because, well, the forests over here actually soak up a lot of this pollution. So these forests are really kind of like a natural defensive area, which is really, really cool. And basically, Factorio is a game about endless expansion. So at some point, these iron and ore fields, they will deplete themselves, and we will no longer be able to get iron from our starting area, and which means that we have to expand to other areas where we can get more iron. And you will always need more. There's always, you can satisfy yourself for a moment and then you expand a little bit and then the base is completely unsatisfied again and you need to continue on and build more outposts and get more iron ore in. As well as oil, for example. So this is the area where we started off and we have a few pump jacks over here which are pumping oil through these pipes and they are going all the way down. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're going underground here, then they're going underground there, and this is all the rough oil that is going into the storage tanks. But the storage tanks, as you can see at the right hand side, there is all the black bar indicates that they're basically empty, and they would be green if they fill up. So that means we're not getting nearly enough oil in this direction, which is something that we need to fix, because without enough oil, these things cannot run at full capacity, which means that the refineries that divide them up into 3 categories. They define them up into heavy oil, light oil, and petroleum gas, I think. Yeah, petroleum gas. So we have petroleum gas, which is almost entirely used up as well, which you can see over here. And it basically goes up along these pipes into a sulfur production facility. And the sulfur goes down here, where it is being used along with water to create sulfuric acid, which is then stored inside of these tanks. And these tanks are actually, well, not full, but you know, they're kind of filling up a little bit. But then, of course, that is used somewhere else. For example, the sulfuric acid is being routed up into this chemical plant, where it is used along with copper plates and iron plates to form batteries. And the batteries are not being used for anything right now. But the petroleum gas also comes down here along with coal to form plastic bars, which are also not being used for anything. And that is what we were working on last time I played this game, to make sure that we can use both of these things to create something else. And I can't quite remember what it was, to be honest. I think probably it had to do with blue processing units, or even red ones. Oh yeah, electronic circuits, plastic bars, copper cables. So we need plastic bars for the next tier of research, which we're not producing quite yet. And then later on we need red advanced circuits to create blue processing units. But they also require sulfuric acid, and you can see there's another big loop here that's going on. And it's basically, it means that we have to route some of this plastic all the way up to the other part of our base. And the best way to do that is with having another train, which means I need to have a train going up along here somehow, and I'm not quite sure how to do that yet. But that's going to be for the next episode. So this video was just to bring myself and you back up to speed about what this game actually is, what my plans were, and what we're going to do next. So please like and subscribe if you look forward to seeing more Factorio content, and I will see you guys for the next video.